Employers are required to ensure the proper protection of workers from hazards, and your company has thoroughly examined the job tasks and work environments at your facility to assess and identify any hazards that may exist. Once these workplace hazards have been identified, there are a variety of ways, including engineering controls, such as machine guarding, or administrative controls, such as restricted access, that can be put in place to protect employees. If engineering or administrative controls cannot eliminate hazards, then employees must be protected from that hazard by wearing appropriate personal protective equipment, PPE. Employers are required to supply personal protective equipment for employees and train them on the proper selection and use of the particular equipment to be worn. If you have any questions about your protective equipment, ask your supervisor before beginning a job task. Always bear in mind it is your responsibility to wear the proper personal protective equipment when required. Let's now take a look at some of the most common forms of PPE and how they can protect you from injury. Working around large mobile haulage equipment can be extremely hazardous for pedestrians. Therefore, high-visibility Class 2 and 3 reflective vests or garments are required PPE at mine sites to help heavy equipment operators see and work around their coworkers. Keep in mind that any visitors to the job site are also required to wear approved high-visibility garments, usually vests. Eye and face protection includes prescription and non-prescription safety glasses, clear or tinted goggles, and face shields that meet the ANSI Z87.1 standard. All safety eyewear must have Z87 or Z87 Plus marked on the frame. Safety glasses are the most common type of eye protection available and are designed to provide basic protection for your eyes against impact. Side protection is required anytime there are hazards, from flying particles or objects, and many styles of safety glasses offer this protection by wrapping around your eyes. If you need protection from a potentially stronger impact, chemical splashes, or greater particle protection, you will need to wear goggles. Goggles provide for a tighter fit against the face to provide you with added protection. When performing jobs such as chipping or grinding, or when you are at risk of being splashed or sprayed with hazardous chemicals or liquids, you will need complete face protection in the form of a face shield. Since face shields can be lifted or particles can go around the curve of the face shield directly into the eye, you should always wear safety glasses or goggles under a face shield when in use. Your feet are an important part of your body, and working on them all day can create a lot of stress and opportunity for injury. Consequently, proper foot protection begins with your selection of comfortable footwear. Mining operations require foot protection in the form of safety shoes or boots with a reinforced toe box and puncture-resistant soles. A reinforced toe box helps protect the toes from being crushed from impacts, while puncture-resistant soles can prevent sharp objects from penetrating the bottom of our foot. In some environments, protection of the top of the foot may also be required. Various types of safety boots and shoes provide this protection in the form of metatarsal guards. Hard hats are required to protect your head whenever there is the potential for a head injury from falling or moving objects. There is a risk of striking the head, or there is the potential to contact exposed live electrical parts. Standard hard hats consist of two parts, the outer shell and the inner suspension system. The outer shell protects you from direct strike injury, and the suspension system is designed to absorb the impact of the striking object. Hard hats are designed to be worn in the manner prescribed by the manufacturer. In some cases, the hat can be worn front or backwards, not affecting the proper use. But you shall follow the manufacturer or company rules, whichever is the most stringent. You should always keep your hard hat clean and inspect both the outer shell and suspension system for damage. If damage is noted, either replace the damaged parts or get a new hard hat if repair is not possible. Remember, there is a clock running on your hard hat from the time that it's made and is only good for a maximum of 5 years, with suspension following suit. The date code is stamped into the material of the hat. In hot climates, it may be advantageous to wear a thin beanie or bandana underneath your hard hat to help with comfort and sweat. Remember, this is your head you're protecting, but to do so, you must wear your hard hat at all times. Hand injuries account for 80% of all occupational injuries due to the fact your hands are engaged in almost all activities on the job. There are many dangerous conditions on the job to which the hand is always exposed: sharp edges, pinch points, protruding objects, splinters, exposed blades on unguarded machinery, and many more. It is important that employees understand what type of hazard they may be exposed to and select the proper type glove to protect themselves. Some of the most commonly used type of gloves are rubber, vinyl, or neoprene gloves for protection against corrosive chemicals, cloth gloves for protection from minor hazards and help prevent scrapes, scratches, blisters, and rashes. Leather gloves are designed to protect your hands when handling materials with sharp edges, splintered wood, and similar objects, which pose both cutting and puncture hazards. Cut-resistant gloves offer protection when handling sharp objects, such as sheet metal or when cutting with knives. Heavy leather welding gloves offer protection from heat and sparks. Heat-resistant gloves can protect against flames and intense heat. Disposable rubber, think medical-type gloves, latex or plastic gloves are used to protect against exposure to infectious material and bloodborne pathogens. Your gloves must fit your hands properly in order to provide the highest level of protection. You must also remember that gloves do not last forever. You must inspect them daily before use and discard them when they become damaged or you feel they will no longer offer you protection. Exposure to excessive noise is an unseen hazard, and many employees don't take it seriously simply because it cannot be seen. However, noise exposure is a serious issue and can slowly degrade your hearing and cause permanent hearing loss if protection is not used on a regular basis when exposed to noise. Hearing protection is used to prevent hearing loss caused by noise. The effectiveness of hearing protection is measured by its noise reduction rating, NRR. The higher the NRR, the more protection it offers you. Make sure you select hearing protection that is appropriate for the noise levels in your work area. The most common type of hearing protection comes in the form of earplugs. There are 2 types of earplugs: disposable and reusable. Disposable earplugs are designed to be inserted into your ear canal and are available in a variety of sizes. Disposable earplugs are made of soft foam and must fit and be inserted correctly in order to provide their rated protection. To properly insert disposable earplugs, you need to follow these simple steps. Make sure your hands are clean. Roll the plug in your fingers to compress it. Insert the plug into your ear canal. Once inserted, hold your fingertip on the end of the plug for a few seconds while the plug expands to fit your ear canal. Repeat on the opposite ear. There are also many types of reusable earplugs. These are generally made of 2 rubber, silicone earplugs with either flanges or a bell shape that are attached by a stem or a cord. They are inserted into your ears with the flanges or the bell shape providing a proper fit. Some newer types of plugs do not require that the foam be touched, only inserted into the ear. Make sure you know how to use whichever type you are provided. Earmuffs are another form of hearing protection that cover the ears completely. They consist of a pair of cups connected by a headband and provide an added level of noise protection. Some styles of earmuffs are designed to use with other PPE, such as hard hats. To protect yourself in very noisy environments, earplugs can be worn in combination with earmuffs for increased noise reduction. Personal protective equipment is designed to protect you from injury. But you must remember, it is your responsibility to always wear the proper PPE required for the tasks you perform. It's also vital that you use the equipment correctly, or protection may not be provided. If you wear it as required, the PPE can do its job, and you can do yours safely.